Hello again, YouTube. This is The Truth Man, giving you the truth. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simp in All Subjects channel. Listen, I want to get back to the Dealing with People series. And what I'm about to talk about is a very familiar subject that you can never talk about it enough, and that is disrespect. We're finna get into the Dealing with People series, dealing with disrespectful people. Now, social media has done a lot of damage. Like people have always kind of tried to judge by outward appearance, even though the Bible tells you not to do so, but people continue to do so. And as I listen to other YouTubers, yes, self-image is important. I don't deny that. But if you just merely tune somebody out over one thing that you don't like about them or that you think should be different or better, then you have failed to understand the disrespect and respect concept. You don't become disrespectful towards people if, okay, let's say they went to, let's say they ate a sandwich and they ain't had no gum and they breath smell like onions, and now they said something to you, and now you just, from that point, you don't respect them. That's the weirdness of people. Like you, and let's say this person was like a moral person, an upstanding person, a respectful person, but because they ate that sandwich that day, or because they didn't drink enough water that day, or maybe they had a cavity, you, from that point on, you didn't respect them. No, that's not how it works. And you're going against the Bible too. The Bible said, judge a righteous judgment. A righteous judgment is a judgment that's based on knowing the truth, knowing how this is supposed to be, that is supposed to be. And you don't judge people by mere appearance. It is important what you do if somebody's appearance is off. Like if somebody has something on their face, you're supposed to tell them, hey man, you got something right here. People don't even do that no more. Or if they got a piece of lint in their hair, hey man, you got a piece of lint, hold on, stay still. Get the lint out. What people do now is, man, that dude don't even take care of himself. You see that big old piece of lint he had in his head? How he ain't know that was in his head? That's what people do now. That's what they do now. Dealing with people who don't respect you, dealing with disrespectful people. The first and foremost, most important thing is you constantly work on yourself, constantly work on improving your appearance, constantly work on improving the way that you're perceived. Work on doing everything the right way, being on time, being more quiet, like learn how these people are. These people, you can have the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth, but everybody don't like the truth. The Bible says rebuke a fool and he will hate you. So sometimes you got to keep that truth to yourself. I've learned this the hard way too many times, but now I understand. I understand now. You can't talk to these people. They not on your level sometimes. They might think they're above you because they go to the barbershop every day or because they got a better car than you, but that don't mean they better than you. Let them think what they want, though. Let them think what they want. You work on yourself, and if yourself is not good enough for these people, don't deal with them or regulate how much you deal with them. Deal with them on the superficial level that they are on. Because most people are superficial and they can't even see it. Their arrogance makes them think that they know about this, they know about that. Well, if this was my main way, one of the main ways I can show that people don't be knowing what they think they know is now, look at Joe Biden. All them people, you should have saw them, man, arguing, debating, this, that. Look at him now. You can't honestly tell me that he's better in the White House than Trump was. And Trump wasn't perfect. But you can't tell me Biden is far worse, man. That's just the facts. That's just the facts. But these people were vouching for him. People were falling out. Families were falling out over Biden versus Trump. People will disrespect you because you vote for Republicans. I ain't gonna put no YouTuber's name out there, but I watched some really good videos on respect and some really bad ones. And now I fully understand why some white people, no matter what you do, is not going to be good enough because you're black. And some black people, no matter what you do, it's not going to be good enough because you're white. Why? Because they don't know how to respect people. People develop disrespect in them, and it grows and grows and grows. So I'm going to show you how to deal with that and how to deal with those people. First, no matter what they are, mother, father, husband, wife, kids, don't never let anybody under any circumstances disrespect you. And anybody that consistently disrespects you, you set the time, you set the place, and you're going to have to remove yourself. If that means divorce, if that means you pack up and leave, whatever that means, that's what you got to do. But you don't let people disrespect you. See, people nowadays, man, just work it out, man. Or they'll say, man, that girl been with you thicker than, just marry her. But she be disrespecting you. Why would you marry a woman that's already, before y'all even get married, already disrespectful towards you? You think that's going to get better? No. It's going to get worse the older she gets. All you got to do is look back with anybody that disrespected you. And I guarantee you, it didn't get better. It got worse. Almost every time. It's rare exceptions to everything. But almost every time, I guarantee you, those people that were disrespecting you in the beginning are disrespecting you right now, and it's probably even worse. So what happens in a marriage, if you boyfriend and girlfriend and she disrespecting you already, what happens in a marriage is over time, she's going to try to take the leadership role. And over time, those things that made you want to marry her, she's going to stop doing those things or slow down dramatically. Why? Because she doesn't respect you, man. When somebody don't respect you, don't worry about their feelings because they're not worried about yours. Whether it's, again, your siblings, your wife, your mother, whoever it is, you treat it all the same. You give them a warning. You work on yourself. You gonna make mistakes. You gonna have failures. See, people looking at other people who are successful without looking at those successful people failures. Because a lot of time people hide their failures. You don't hear about the failures. You don't hear about the failure. You don't hear about those businesses that wasn't making no money. You only hear about the business that did. That's how people is. And it develops a false perception in the hearts of many people. And the false perception, when it is grown, it becomes disrespect. You wonder why those people you ain't never got into it with don't like you? It's because people are sowing seeds of discord. And then it happens in churches. People think the Most High is so close to them, love them, and they doing this. Those are among the 7 things he hates. Sowing discord is one of the things that he hates. That's why don't sow discord. Just move. Just leave. Whatever you got to do. Whatever you got to do. You living in the city right now. All your family be disrespecting you, have calling you, have dealing with you because you might not have as much money. Here's what you do. Move to a different city. Move to a different city. And just be by yourself. You'll meet people. People, listen. If you not a person who is too shy to deal with people, you move, you're gonna meet people. Why would you stay in a town just because you were born there and the people that's supposed to be respecting you don't? You better off going somewhere else. Don't let nobody disrespect you, man. Demand your respect, but don't make them. Don't make them. Don't try to force them to respect you. Over time, they continue to disrespect you. Just get them out of the picture. And don't exclude, no exceptions. Ain't no exceptions. Ain't no exceptions. Because disrespectful people, I'm telling you, for instance, I got a Bible story I can show you. Remember when Joshua was wondering what happened? The Most High was blessing us the whole time. What happened? What's going on? He said, there's an enemy in the camp. So he started going through everybody's stuff. And he found 2 idols buried under the ground in somebody's tent. And he got rid of them. See what I'm talking about? They was disrespecting Joshua and the Most High. And they was in the picture. And so he was wondering why the blessing wasn't coming. The blessing was being held up because you had those disrespectful people in close proximity. They was disrespecting God and him. And that's how it usually is. When people disrespect you, they disrespecting God, because the Bible says, judge not according to outward appearance, but judge a righteous judgment. And the Bible lists other behaviors that we are to develop within ourselves. People have all types of reasons not to disrespect you or not to respect you, but don't pay no attention. Don't pay no attention. When they start disrespecting you, the time clock begins. And they'll say, I don't care. Okay. That's why you got to do what you're supposed to do as a man. And then that way they say they don't care. But once you out the picture, they're going to see they lost something. They lost something. And so I got a lot of videos I'm going to talk about today. Like all of them going to be kind of surrounding this subject. Respect and disrespect. Because people will talk out of their mouth. We need leaders. We need this, that. But then when they get leaders, they start judging them by things they shouldn't be judging by. And they don't follow them. Instead, they follow people. Remember, like he said, the blind leading the blind. No matrix is getting your eyesight back in terms of life. What he was talking about, the blind, like they trapped in the matrix. They blind leaders of the blind. You think a blind person can't be rich? There's plenty of them. Like physically and emotionally, socially, spiritually, everything. But they got money though, some of them. Y'all led by money. Money ain't supposed to lead you, it's supposed to follow you. I didn't get that from nobody. You hear it again. You already know they watching in secret. Money ain't supposed to lead you, it's supposed to follow you. So, I got some stuff wrote down. I'm going to get into a few more things. We're going to close this video out. How to handle disrespectful people. The first one I got listed is the wife. Give her space to correct it if she continues to be disrespectful after a period of time and does not divorce you. Divorce her. Let her go. Your blessings won't flow freely if you're married to a disrespectful woman. Period. Point blank. I often tell a story that my pastor told me. And I think he was on to something, but he wasn't following his first mind of wisdom. His first wife was very disrespectful and confrontational. I used to see her, like I used to be up there with him. That's when I first started going to the church. And so he ended up divorcing her. And he made a comment, it was the summertime, we standing outside. He said, man, I'm just glad I ain't got all that over my head. He said his thing's been looking up ever since. But where he messed up is he kept making the same mistake. He was married 3 times. See, I'm all about marriage and family. But in my church, this is how it's going to be. In my church, you're going to follow his lead or we don't want you around. Simple as that. And if there's an issue with his leadership, then somehow, hopefully, we can address it, correct it. But you're his wife. You're supposed to follow his lead. And it's not about economic status. It's about leadership. The economic status, again, that'll come. And so in my church, it's going to be polygyny. Like, if you are not with that, let me and him know right now. Even if it's just they in a monogamous relationship, the women in my church have to be open to that and still follow that man respectfully. Whether he's practicing it or not. Don't be coming in here talking about he cheating. I found some woman number in his phone. You talking to the wrong one, you say that. I'm be like, oh, really? Let's call her. Follow the man's lead. That's where your blessing is at. These women be asking God to do stuff and they not even following their own husband's lead. He looking at you like, so let's keep reading my notes. Mother, slow down all interactions with her. Don't call her too much. Don't go around her too much. Tell her you're my mother and I love you, but you've been disrespectful towards me. And when they flare up and try to argue, don't argue with them. I've made that mistake. Don't keep arguing with them. Don't make them do nothing they don't want to do. Just turn them loose. If she don't run and respect you, whether it's your sister, your mother, your wife, don't argue with them. Don't, okay. Give a little space because it's better to try. It is. If ain't no bona fide acts of betrayal, it's just a little pettiness, childishness, you should try to work it out. But I wouldn't go no 15, 20 years trying to work on nothing. 5 years is too much. If she's doing the same thing 10 years later, man, just forget her, man. The same thing with your father, man. I don't disrespect my sons. I might tell them this. I don't disrespect my sons. And I'm not going to let them disrespect me or I will stop dealing with them. That goes for everybody. And that's how you have to think. I'm going to demand my respect. You might not like this. You might not like that. But you ain't going to disrespect me, though. Simple as that. I have no remorse for disrespectful people. That's like a shade lower than a thief. Because disrespectful people will steal from you. Don't go, oh man, they just kids. No, they not. If they stealing your car, make it hard for them. If you catch them, try to get them to go to jail. Stop going easy on people that's not respecting you. And y'all dudes on the street, don't be killing each other over that. Just simply try to talk it out. If you can't talk it out, just stay away from around where they at. That's what I do. If I know this place, the disrespectful people go here or there, I just stay away from it. Bosses and coworkers, when they disrespect you, only talk to them about shallow things that they like and work-related issues. See, where I was messing up, my last job, and I did this a couple times, where I was messing up is I would talk to people that I thought respected me, that I was cool with. But sometimes the people you're cool with are cool with people you're not cool with. And so they go back to them discussing what you talked about. And even people that don't respect you, this is what I noticed they do too. They'll inquire about you. Because a lot of times competition breeds respect or disrespect. If you in a work environment, y'all supposed to work together. Y'all work in the same work environment, y'all supposed to work together. But when they have a competitive attitude towards you, that develops jealousy, that develops hatred, that develops disrespect. So that's how you handle it, man. Correct it, confront it, and then avoid or remove. This is The Truth Man. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping All Subjects channel. Thanks for watching.